Hey guys, welcome back. This adventure with MWD Adventures. We are heading to Pokagon State Park for a longer drive that's going to continue us to Ohio Pyle State Park. Should be a good time. We got a bunch of hiker friends we're meeting up with. This is the first camping trip of 2025. Super excited to be back on the road. And if you notice around me, I might look a little different. Yeah, we did it again. We changed things up. This video will introduce you to our new ride.
All right, so this is actually my first ride in the 4Runner. Nope, it's not a 4Runner. We got rid of our 4Runner. So this is actually my first ride in the Tundra, and it's going to be like an 8-hour road trip. So isn't that a great way to experience it and see what it's all about? So far, I'm liking it. Matt feels like he's way far away from me because it's so much wider here compared to what the 4Runner was. There's a lot more space in the back seat. And then just having the truck bed again, there's just something about being able to just throw everything in there. There's just so much space that we like filled it up with what we needed to do. And like, it feels like we should put more stuff in here. So with having it back in the truck bed, we're not hearing things rattle. We can't hear anything shift around. So yeah, and it's safer, because you don't have the possibility of things coming and hitting you if you would get in an accident or if you slam on your brakes or something.
Well, good morning from Pokagon State Park in Indiana. But we picked up a new truck. Yep, it's a 2020 TRD Sport Toyota Tundra with the V8, and we really wanted the V8. We wanted the power. The newer Tundras, if you know the Tundra line at all, from 22 and up, are having motor issues and blowing turbos. Got a couple friends that got motors on order, so yeah, I want to stay away from the V6 for now. Maybe in the future they can get things worked out, but for right now, this met our needs. I like the power of the V8 too. So the reliability of Toyota with the Tundra line has been incredible, and they really know what they're doing when it came to the V8. They've run it from like 02, 03 all the way through 21, so we know it was tried and true motor. Okay, we got the Crew Max edition. So you look here, we got the short bed, 5.5 in the bed, and it's the Crew Max, the full 4-door. We definitely wanted that. We wanted more interior space. And as far as storage in the back, that's what we had with our Chevy truck. If you follow our channel at all, you know we had a 2015 Chevy, and we kind of want to match that same system. We really liked having the extra cargo area back there, a little bit smaller, and didn't need it so big, didn't need the 6-foot box. So that's what we went with. So just stock wheels, everything stock. We literally picked this thing up just a day ago and threw a bunch of things in it, and off we went. So it does, with the Sport Edition, you get kind of that fairing, air intake in the front. You do get some LED lights in the 20, headlights and the fog lights. It's got the honeycomb grille, Sport Edition, with you get the extra sway bar in the front, and you also get Bilstein shocks on the inside with the Sport Edition. Go inside, just a charcoal gray interior. And you know, Toyota's known for the utilitarian look in 20 and 21. Just standard features. So we do get heated seats. We got Apple CarPlay. Got a nice place to mount. We found our phone mounts. This thing is amazing. It's huge. you can just store a ton of stuff in it. I got a full laptop in there, which works really well. And doing hiker events and different events where we got to take extra gear to help somebody else camp with us, we needed more room. So in the back, a couple of things we're reviewing on this trip is the Truma fridge. I can say so far, we absolutely love it. And this is not a permanent setup by any means, but we're looking at a possible seat delete in the future, and we'll probably put it on the other side, on the passenger side. So it did come with a tonneau cover, which we're thankful for. It's not a long-term solution. We're going to go with a smart cap. I think that's what we're looking at. So if you guys have any ideas on smart caps, a good way to do it, or having experience with smart caps, please let me know. But throwing everything under the tonneau cover, when you don't have the fridge, you're not limited by the height. Sometimes the fridges will go over the height of the side rail. Gives us more options back here. Wendy can introduce you to our new EcoFlow that we are charging. We're at 91%. And we found this thing charge extremely fast. It has fast charging ability, and this campground has power, so we just plugged into the power port. So it looks like we're gonna level out about 1,500 watts in. So that's gonna charge extremely fast compared to our Jackeries and our Blue Yetis and anything else we've ever had. We can't believe how fast this thing charges.
Quick stop for gas. One nice thing about the Tundra is you can run regular gas. No premiums. Some of these newer pickups are recommending the premium blends. So run stock regular gas in this V8. I love it. Quick lunch, tailgater lunch. I absolutely missed my tailgate. Tailgate's awesome. Gives us a cool area. We can quickly go drop the tailgate, put all the food on, and grab a quick bite to eat, and get back on the road.
And this is the first look at the Fire Maple stove, the Star X2 Pro cooking system. So they've got this little stand for the propane. So this has isobutane propane. It's a fuel mix. And then they've got little spots here that fits into. So it just makes it more stable. Then you take this part, and it just screws right onto the fuel. And then here, there's a little indent right there. And then if you look on the side of this, that part goes in there, so that just helps keep it in place, and so it can't tip over. So you just line that up, and then do a little twist to keep it in place. So here you go. It's all one good solid piece. So turning this part anti-clockwise, and it started. I've got a cup of water in here. We'll see how long it takes for it to boil.
I think you're boiling already.
It's May, and it's like mid-70s today, so the water is obviously room temperature at that point, so it's not like we're starting off from like low 30s, 40s trying to get this heated up. So from 70 degrees or so, it got to a boil within about a minute. Okay, so then this twists. So it took about a minute or so. And then we're doing a refuel meal. All right, get it all mixed up. We'll close it up for about 20 minutes. So we'd fill everything in here to store it and put it away. And then can take this handle, fold it over, and then that metal piece goes there, and everything's together, and you have one piece.
So just took a look at the EcoFlow. We've been here at camp for probably, I don't know, been here I think an hour or so. And when we traveled with it plugged into the truck, we were really impressed. It stayed at 100%. With having 100% and the fridge down to temp with the Truma is energy efficient enough. The compressor does not draw enough to take away from the battery. The car can put the juice with the standard cigarette plug, which I'm impressed, because typically you need a fast charger or something for that. The truck can keep up with the 12 volt and it stayed 100% the whole drive. So that's fantastic. We've been here, like I said, probably an hour or two. It's 80 degrees in May, it's muggy, and I'm still sitting at about 95% battery. So far, the Truma and the EcoFlow is a good combination. One thing I will say with Truma fridge is the lid is pretty hefty. Now that's a good thing, and we like it that way. But the one thing I have noticed is you got to make sure you hold on to it. Wendy said it several times. She doesn't expect it to close with so much force, and it does this like slam, power slam. So just be careful when you go to set it down. It's not a huge deal, but you get about to here, and it's gonna positively latch. I'm gonna keep fingers away from that. Tonight's meal.
Rehydrated beef stroganoff and a side salad.
At Christmas time, we did add what?
A couple more of these metalware sets of silverware.
Everything that sticks together. For Wendy and I, the campfire on Thursday night was not super relaxing. We had loved ones at home, huddled in the basement with tornado sirens sounding. In Michigan, if you know Michigan at all, we don't get very many tornadoes. That night, we got a total of 6 in our area. One that just went through in the north side and several to the south of us. Thankfully, everybody was safe at home. We could get a good night's sleep once we knew the storm had passed and all our loved ones were safe. As the storm moved eastward, several of the other couples, some from Indiana, Ohio, and Virginia, all experienced the same thing over the next few days. So we all took turns watching our radars and seeing what was going on back at home. Thankfully, everybody came through it unscathed. Only one couple lost power at home, but it was restored by the time they got home. So what's for breakfast today?
So we are doing cornbread grits with some bacon and cheese. So we saw this from Outdoor Eats, and he recommended that you take a Jif cornbread mix. So like I think at Aldi was 69 cents. So I have a half a box of that, and I start mixing it in with some water. So I just got kind of a nice battery mixture to it. Then I'm going to cut up some bacon and add some shredded cheese. And that might be a bit much. Bacon never.
That looks like a lot of bacon for 2 people.
Can never have too much bacon, can ya?
Apparently not.
And then we'll throw in some shredded cheese. And this took me, probably warming up the water took longer than actually making the rest of it. I add some bacon in there because I can't miss any bacon with how much I put in there, and some cheese.
Oh, your reaction is priceless.
That's good. With the cornbread, it's got a little bit of a sweetness to it too. You look a little leery.
I am leery. Well, it's gonna be hot. Oh, it's warm, but surprisingly, it's not bad.
Sourdough bread, they're cut up into little pieces. Got some peppers, an onion, bacon, and some pepperoni. And then I'm gonna put a little, and then some string cheese for the cheese. It's kind of like a pizza panzanella. Then I'm gonna put some Tuscan herb oil in it, along with some balsamic vinegar. And then I've got a little seasoning It's a Penzies mural of flavors I'm going to add into it also.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looks good. You just drizzle that in, then shake it up.
Yep.
Nice.
So you can sleep in this thing?
Yep. You can lay flat, you can sit up.
Who's it made by?
Hammock. AMOK.
Hammock.
And there's like a winter weight one. So it gives you a higher R value.
Huh.
So, and then you can pull strings so you can sit up like a reclining chair.
Check. Make sure mom's nearby.
Okay, Wendy's got the camera going. 1, 2, 3. Natural water slide right behind me. Supposedly, get in with your swimsuit. You can shoot this down. Comes right between these two rocks, all the way down, and lets out right there behind me where that gentleman's standing. Sorry, we just had some torrential downpours and severe thunderstorms come through, and the water is pretty high. I don't know if I'd get in this right now. Would you, Wendy? Would you get in this?
Not right now.
No.
Hey, my name is Bill Fisher, and Matt wanted me to talk about the addition to my camping setup. I had a soft topper for about 3 years and had issues with dust and dirt getting in it. in blowing in underneath the way it mounted on the truck, and plus the worry about animals getting into it in some of the places we've camped. So I decided to get a rigid top, and so I went with an Alucab Contour canopy, and it's all aluminum, welded. It comes from, I got it from OK Four-Wheel Drive, they shipped it out, and it comes completely assembled. It weighs about 130 pounds, and 2 of us picked it up and set it on the truck bed. So it's no assembly required.
And what kind of truck do you have, Bill?
I've got a Ram 1500 with a 5.5-foot bed. And I went with the solid doors. They didn't really want windows in it. We don't plan on spending any time in the camper. So it's got windows on the sides, and then of course the hatch in the back. One of the things that I really liked about it is the fact that there's a very deep seal, so no water gets in along the channel inside the canopy. And then it's got a good bulb seal on it that came attached too. So when I say you put it on the bed and it's sealed. And each door has a light, and it's, I think, a low and a high setting and an off setting. Right now I don't have them wired in, just didn't get to that yet. And I think they're only a white light. The other thing that I did was, because everything in a truck bed seems to pile on top of everything else, I decided to put a shelf in the front. So I've got Sitio boxes, 3 feet across, and I just used some 80-20 and put some angle iron on it in order to keep the boxes from sliding off. First time out with it, so I haven't got everything sorted. A refrigerator would fit underneath it, but because I have a bed slide in there, because I get tired of climbing in and out of the bed, I had to move the refrigerator over a couple inches to get it to clear the box. So this is a half box. They have a full box. Again, I chose to go with a half box. GP Factor made brackets that actually drop the solar panels down below the quarter or the 15 series 80-20. So it's pretty darn flush up there. It also comes with a third brake light, and all the lights and everything are wired to over here on the corner. And again, I just haven't run a wire for the lights.
So maintenance, do you have to do any maintenance to this cap?
No, probably only maintenance would be to make sure that your anchor bolts stay tight, but they're all nylock bolts, so I don't really think that there's an issue with those coming loose. It's not like the other ones on the market where you have 5 pieces that come and you have to bolt together with a gasket. Yeah, so Alucab has a cover, and basically there's 2 screws underneath this. You just pull it out and it sits underneath the latch like a gasket, and then it has a flap that covers the whole thing up. So it snaps, it's got a groove, so it snaps on. You'd be fine. You get a little moisture in there and it got below freezing, and I couldn't get my latch open. So once the sun hit it, 5 minutes, it was fine, but it doesn't take much because this is relatively flat. Yep. For some ice to form and that not want to pop out. So, but real happy with it.
Oh, we had a gully washer of rain while we were gone in town, and this is what you do when your Cabela's chair is completely soaked, and the material's not the most water friendly. It's going to take a while. You put a couple fans on it. 2 battery operated fans, and we should have a dry chair in no time.
We picked up this 23-0 table, something that we won't take on every trip, but at certain trips it's going to be helpful to have extra space. Tonight we're doing a potluck, so we thought it'd be a great night to use the table. So when you close it, there's little tabs here to keep it closed. So there's one on each side for that. And then it folds into 3 pieces that fold out flat. And then you take this part of the leg, and that just clamps into there. Got 2 legs that they have a spot there to keep them in place during travel. You just slide them in. There's no specific place. There's a little pressure fit here to keep them from falling out. But there's no specific spot it needs to go. You can just put it right in. Then same thing on the other side. Flip this around, put those in place, put the leg in place, put the other leg in place. And then when you have it open, there's other tabs here to keep the 3 spots open. So you just go around there, then on this side, and then repeat that again on the other side of the table. And there you go. We got an extra table to put all our extra food on.
Oh, roughly what's the size of this table?
The 4-foot table by 2 foot.
Okay.
So it's about the same size as our lifetime white table, but packs up much smaller than that white table does.
But Boston Market had it too.
Yeah, but you would always get to find out. Whole company has to come back. Just fire me if they're gonna.
Okay, talk about what you got there, Wendy. What's the dessert tonight?
All right, so another outdoors eats inspiration. So we have strawberry shortcake. It is a Twinkie. So you know those Twinkies that you ate as a little kid? I haven't had that one in years. Put that, you got your sponge cake and your cream. And then we took along some strawberries that were dehydrated before we left so that they'd stay good long enough. And we rehydrated them today. And now we've got strawberry shortcake.
And I put mine over the fire. And it kind of makes the outside a little golden brown. You don't want to go too long. The sponge starts to melt. It makes it warm inside. Nice. Okay, it is Saturday morning already.
Saturday.
And we're doing a little bike ride. Got some e-bikes. I got a huge trail here. It goes from Washington all the way to where?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, and it's 150 miles. So
So we're not doing the whole thing today.
no, not at all.
We made it to the high bridge and it is just gorgeous here. I can't imagine what it'd be like in the fall with all these trees and color.
We decided to take a drive through the campground that afternoon as some severe weather had moved through the night before, and there were several trees down and some awnings and tents that did not fare so well. Thankfully, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt and just some minor tree damage throughout the campground. Well, good morning. It is Sunday morning, and sad to say we have to get going. Got about an 8-hour drive home. This is the Ox Block Max. It is a trailer jack block. And as they say here, you can stock them UV resistance, rated to 10,000 pounds. Come kind of like in this black color, all different kinds of plastic colors inside. You got a center hole, so if you got the center of your jack, you can rest down in the center, make it more stable, or we just did the pad, so the pad goes over the top, which wasn't a problem. It also provides finger holes on the sides. You can easily pick it up, move it around. It works really well. So the bottom is just kind of this honeycomb configuration. So I like it. It's solid. This block replaces your unstable, regular piece of block wood.
It's
very,
wider.
very wide and a lot more stable. So this trailer, I'm gonna give it a wiggle. We're not going anywhere. We're not gonna worry about sliding off the block. When we traditionally would just use a block piece of wood down there. So I like it. It feels a lot safer having a wider platform. All right, what are we doing? We're saying goodbye.
How do we
Well,
have to?
Yes, we do. We have to get on the road. We got a long
We
drive.
got at least 8-9 hours to go
All right,
today.
big thing this trip was introducing the Tundra. So thanks for letting us do that with you guys. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Hopefully we see you on the trail sometime. Make sure you get out
and
do some camping. Take care, guys.